Meantime, Tucson city leaders are just now starting the process of getting the annual budget together. But as News 4 Tucson's Digging Deeper team uncovered, a big chunk of that money comes with major strings attached. News 4 Tucson's Lupita Murillo breaks it down.
Tucson's budget is more than $1.5 billion, but you might be surprised to learn that not all of that money can be used to pay for just anything, because the cash has already been spoken for.
We can't keep saying 2/3 of our budget is untouchable without digging into that and finding out why and who is touching it and why can't we repurpose those dollars.
Tucson City Council member Steve Kosachik is leading the charge in coming up with answers as to why some of these restricted funds can't be used.
Some of those are going to be spoken for in terms of debt service, that kind of thing. I get that. So there are some set aside. But if we could repurpose 1% of $1 billion, that's $1 million. We can do a lot with that.
The city takes in revenue from a number of different sources, including taxes and fees. It's money that goes into the city's general fund, but it's the restricted funds, more than $1 billion, that may be able to be used elsewhere.
For Section 8, for low-income housing, what piece of this pot can we talk about for maybe road reconstruction or buying electric buses, and on down the line.
News 4 Tucson wanted to find out exactly why the city couldn't use this money to pay for those other things, such as public safety, including the police and fire departments. So we went straight to Tucson City Manager Michael Ortega. He tells us it all depends on where those restricted funds are coming from.
Are they federal dollars, are they state dollars, or are they voter-approved dollars? Because that's important as well. If the voter has approved dollars be used for a certain purpose or a certain function, then we are mandated to follow that.
Ortega also says since he's been Tucson City Manager for the last 4 years, this is the first time that he and his staff will be looking into the restricted funds.
So the bottom line is really one of education and making sure that the council has an opportunity to weigh in on the policy. How are those dollars expended, and can we challenge the requirements? In some instances the answer might be yes, in other instances the answer will be no.
Budget discussions are expected to take place over several months and include public hearings where you, the taxpayers, can weigh in. To see the entire current Tucson City budget, head to KVOA.com. Digging Deeper, Lupita Murillo, News 4 Tucson.